Hi, this is Two Girls Talking.
Yes.
I'm Andrea as usual, and this is Capri.
Hello.
Well, how you guys doing? You know what?
I know everybody's doing great. Everybody wants to get right to it. The episode.
The juicy.
The episode with the clash of the titans, I should say. The bully and the titan, honey, because Miss Claudia slayed her. Miss Claudia slayed the bully.
Okay, we're going to get right to it. Let's talk about the trip in Puerto Rico.
Andrea, I'm already there.
Wow.
Claudia is the one. Claudia. Okay.
Okay, they're
I
around,
gave her
as you
100%.
know, as you
Let me
guys
tell you,
know,
that
they're
is-
sitting around the table, right? And so, let's start it off like this. They're sitting around the table. They're having drinks. They're having a good time, you know?
No, they
Nene
weren't
comes
having
down.
a good time.
No,
you
no,
know
no.
who was having a good time? Three were having a good time. Who was having a good time was the fabulous trio. Demetria,
Uh-huh,
Claudia,
Uh-huh.
Kenya.
uh-huh.
Okay? The beast, as Kenya describes him. And you know what? I thought that was kind of harsh when I first heard her say that. But now I understand why then. I'm not saying beast as far as looks, although that trio, honey, is kind of fly. The
Listen.
Kenya, Claudia, Demetria trio is very fly. However, beast is really, to me, is how you're acting, their behavior. Yes, they deserve the beast for the behavior. Portia had the beast already. You see how I get.
Okay, let's get right to it. We don't have to name all of it. Let's just get right into the
wrong
juice.
as the day is
Let's
long.
just get
So
right into the
anyhow,
juice of it. Okay?
They were having a good time celebrating Demetria's big debut in Puerto Rico. She's going to have a concert. Who strolls in but the Beast Shield 3 with all of the attitude? Phaedra already came in and gave a serious
I want to talk about
insult.
that. Wait a minute. Let's cut for a second because I want to talk about
Soon
a
as she
little
came
bit.
in, it was
Wait
insult.
a minute. I want to talk
Insult.
about. I want to talk
The
a little
woman
bit.
invited her.
1 second. I want to talk a little bit about Phaedra and her attitude problem towards Demetria. And what was that all about? Seriously, I don't understand that. She doesn't even know the girl. She cops an attitude. She insults her in the in the studio, you know, and then she tells her, "Have you been on crack?" She played a part as a crack person.
And you know
don't
what?
have to be on
You know
crack
what?
to be playing
You
in
know
a role.
what Demetria
okay?
should have said to her?
You know what I
You know what
mean?
Demetria should have
She's
said
insulted.
to her? Yeah, but you know what?
She's bitter.
No, she's gonna say, "Oh, because you played one of." You know what Demetria should have said to her? Well, okay. Did you rob from the people? Are you a career criminal too?
Right.
Because you've been married to one.
Yeah, she could have said that
So
to
she
her.
could have went there.
So I
She,
don't
out of all
understand.
people, like I always say, people who live in glass houses should not throw stones.
I
honey.
mean, she's
You see
kissing
this?
her teeth.
When you live in a glass house like
She's
this, do
carrying
not
on,
throw stones.
kissing her teeth.
But-
She's coming from the airport to the hotel. They're already discussing about how the room is. Just shut up and have a good time. Was this tab on you? No, it was not on you. You don't know her. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to love her. But what was that all about? Is that a little bit of jealousy? You're a gospel singer. You're too old to be a pop. You know what? Tell that to Janet Jackson. Tell that to Prince. Tell
all
that
of
to
them, all of them,
Beyonce.
honey.
Tell that to Jay-Z.
Hello.
Tell that. The
They're
money
all
come
over
rolling
30,
in. Okay?
40, and 50.
Okay.
Shit, Prince might be going on 60.
You know what
but
I'm saying?
anyway.
And you're in your 30s, so
He's still
what are you
pretty.
trying to say?
Prince
You're
is
trying to
still
say
pretty.
you too old? Hey, okay,
Um,
let's move on to the round table when
So
my
you
girl
know what?
is
You know
going to give
what?
it to her.
Let me tell you something. So already we've dealt with ageist. They're ageist, they're racist,
Yeah.
and they're, I'm gonna call it this. They're ageist, they're racist, and they're,
Hey,
wait a minute.
beautiful.
I'm gonna
you
say-
know I got to
I
take
was
my
gonna-
glasses off for you.
Wait a minute.
Hello.
I was gonna say, and they're exactly, and they're beautifulist, meaning that they hate. They already talked about age.
Uh-huh.
They can't stand. Oh, Nene had the nerve to bring in the whole race card with Claudia. Gutter girlfriend. That was gutter girlfriend. Gutter.
Yeah.
I have pretty much been like kind of a Nene. Supporter. Like, I see how Nene can throw her shade and whatnot, starting back with first season with Cherie and all of it. Cherie was a mess too. Anyhow, moving forward, Nene has gotten way out of here. I don't know what's going on with Nene. It is just so unattractive.
You know what? You know
It
what?
is so
Listen here.
unattractive.
It is very
and all the money that
unattractive.
she says she's making, yes, Nene is hitting that cheddar. Kudos to you on Broadway and Glee and all that you've done. That should make you even more pleasant.
Listen here, it has nothing to do with money for Nene. Unfortunately, going through school, I know girls like that. They're just a little bitter. They have more. They have the nice dresses. going to school, mother, father working, and they're good, but they find a need to just ram on other girls. She has a complex about pretty girls. I'm sorry, Nene, I got to say this because it happens too many times. It happens with Kenya a lot. You're like a dog on her, so why you don't do it to Phaedra? You don't think she pretty enough, huh? You only hit the pretty girls, huh? You don't think Phaedra is pretty enough? Because y'all seem to be the old witch of the group.
Don't hate on us, we're fabulous. A lot of people might not remember that song, honey, but there was a rap song with like that, honey.
No, but really, that's the way it seems. You have all the money. Yeah. What else do you possibly need? You're a good-looking sister.
Even in your nose.
You know what I'm saying?
And
listen here.
And now even some looks.
And talking about half-breed. I bet you want to be half-breed, right? You're one of those black people that secretly inside wish that you were light-skinned. No, I did that purposely. Light skin. I just said that.
The bottom line is this.
But that's not right. That's not right.
The bottom line.
Come on.
Let me tell you. The bottom line is this: tasteless, classless, has no color. What Nene said, the way she acted, was very, very disturbing. It was just wrong. There's no right about it. It was all wrong. And as far as, it's so interesting how when the show begins, Nene always talks about, how about I don't have the time to hate, or why be so-and-so when, I can be fabulous. Listen to your own words in the beginning of that, honey. Like I said, I was really, I really like Nene. I thought Nene was fierce. I thought congratulations and kudos to Nene for all of her success.
My ghetto queen. Really I thought Nene, you were my, and I don't listen here. Yes. Exactly. I don't mean it in a bad way. Meaning that you're a down to earth girl, and you're round the way girl, and you come up. You know what I'm saying? You come up. But listen here, I'm gonna get into this, okay? But Claudia, honey, she said, listen here. Don't let this fool you. I will read you. And Miss Thing, snap, 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 and 3 snaps. She did her thing.
She pulled the encyclopedia out, Hannah. And let me tell you something.
Yes, she did.
Claudia already.
She said, "Oh, did you go to college?"
Listen.
Oh my
Claudia,
God!
No.
Now that's an insult.
It's clear from the beginning. As soon as Claudia opens her mouth, she's very well spoken.
Yeah.
She has good diction.
Right.
She has vocabulary, and obviously she can spell. You see what she asked me? Spell bridesmaid.
Oh my God.
Nene didn't smell it. I don't know.
Now you know that's
but
insult.
All I'm saying is
bride, maid. Oh.
All I'm saying is that this behavior that Nene is exuding is way over the top.
Very much over the top.
So
way over the top.
Girl, if it's doing all that to you, and them people are bothering you that much, where you are carrying on like now, and you getting down to the base low, bringing up people's heritage and race and all that.
Everything
is
insultive. You come in the room, then you go downstairs and you said, let me go back to my closet. I hope the room is clean. In Puerto Rico, come on, everything you got to be down in her. And Phaedra rolling her eyes. You know what, Phaedra? You rolling your eyes. Miss Thing with this law degree. Well, obviously you didn't learn class when you were doing that, did you? You didn't learn any class. You rolling your eyes.
Let me tell you something. She went to class, but you don't learn class. And let me tell you, class is something is hard to learn. Either you have it or you don't. Just like Claudia told her, money don't buy you class, honey. Money does not buy you class.
No, it does not.
It can buy you the Gucci Poochies. It can buy you every little fabulous bag. It can buy you that $80,000 bag that Miss Portia had. And you see, she don't have class, intellect, or nothing.
No,
so money doesn't get you that, and it clearly shows that. Now, moving onward. Miss Cynthia. I must say, Cynthia was, you know what I mean?
She spoke up.
Is this the part you take my heart to wipe your feet off?
And
she was a doormat. She was a freaking doormat.
Exactly. She got tired of the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? She got tired of it.
Not only with her, but I was so glad that she said something. And she actually tried to make Phaedra see. She says, wait a minute, she's invited her to see. I mean, obviously she's, this disturbed her. She's bothered her. So why don't you, I didn't mean it that way, and apologize. But no.
Phaedra took her to another level.
Did you hear this? Demetria. Oh my God. Becky. When she said, listen, the only thing we got in common is the number 8, honey.
And she's absolutely right.
She said, mine has been here for 8 and yours is leaving for
8. Okay? Now, and that's a perfect number 8. Okay.
I should do
What
8
does
snaps
Miss-
in a circle for that.
What,
8
and
snaps
so
in a
what
circle.
was
That
the comeback with
perfect.
Phaedra? What was the
That's
comeback
my
with
favorite
Phaedra?
number, by the
What-
way. I
yes.
love the number 8 because it's
What,
very sexy.
what was the
But
comeback? What was the comeback? What did
There was
Phaedra
no
say?
comeback, and she went like this.
She was no exactly.
She went like this.
Because you know what? She put this young lady down. So she thinks that she is stupid and not smart
Right.
and has no intellect and does not belong with the group.
Right.
Okay? But I
Right.
see she's
Right.
looking good.
She sure
Can you
is.
wear what she wears,
sure
honey?
is, honey.
Okay, did you see my mistake?
Let me tell you.
In the outfit, she is ready for a star.
Let me tell you,
Right
listen,
there,
listen.
Broadway.
All three
okay?
of them,
Phaedra,
listen,
get
all,
it together.
All 3 of them are snatched,
That's
honey.
right.
They are snatched. They are together, and this is probably why she threw
And
that
Demetri didn't
dagger.
have to go to the ghetto
Listen,
to get a man.
And this is hello. And this
Okay?
is, all
She
right,
got hers that's
right?
making
She
money,
didn't have to
honey.
lay up
She
with her
doesn't
man
have
in
to
the broad
support
bed.
him. Okay? She doesn't have to do that. So kudos. Phaedra, get real. You're in a fantasy land.
Okay. Now, Candy. You know, she was playing that fence.
I
You know what
didn't
was
like
very
that.
interesting?
I kind of didn't
You know
like
what's
how-
very interesting?
I didn't like how Candy was.
But I kind of understand. But I know what's interesting how the other ones came in. You see how the whole thing is playing out.
Yeah.
You had the 3.
Uh-huh.
Then you had the rivalry with
Right.
this they called the Beast. And you know, Candy came by herself on it. She came to herself by herself to the table. You see, you had Phaedra and
Yeah.
Miss whatever.
Well, Candy
And-
plays it. Candy plays it safe because I
Very
feel.
much so.
I feel if
Very
Candy was
much
to
so.
really go off, it would be murder. So she kind of plays it safe. But you know what? Sometimes I don't like this about Candy. You know, they all talk, and different groups talk to her, different one talk to her, and she kind of give you that what, what? You know, she likes that also. You know, instead of just sometimes you can't be lukewarm.
Oh, I was just
You
getting ready to
gotta
say that.
be either
I was thinking
hot
that in
or
my head.
cold. You
Lukewarm.
can't be
Honey,
lukewarm
you
all
got
the
the word.
time.
You got the word today. Usually I come up with the word. It's Capri's word of the day. But honey, you got the word today.
Well,
That
I'll
was in
lend
my
it to
head.
you. Lukewarm. I'll lend it to you.
You're right.
So it's
Hot or cold,
lukewarm
honey.
today.
Hot or
You
cold,
know, you
you're
can't
right.
be.
You're
Sometimes you just have to say, and Candy needs to say sometime. You don't have to play it safe. You have nothing to lose.
But
to
you
play
know
safe.
what?
You know why, Candy?
You know what?
You have an empire. It's okay if they're
Well,
not
you know
your
what?
friends.
You know what?
Always
And
fix
that,
it.
you know
It's
what
not
it is? I was
necessary.
going to say that. You led me in. Perfect segue. Candy did mention before. She says, you know what? Trying to convince them or talk to them or rationalize with them is like a waste of time. You know, she feels like it goes one ear out the other. It's like you're wasting your time. So she doesn't even put forth the effort. She just said like, what? Oh my God, oh what? But honey, her one comment was, Claudia read. She said, Claudia's
She did,
reading,
honey.
honey, like hooked
She
on
did.
phonics. She said she's
you know
reading.
what? You know what? It's
She
like
said she's reading
it's
Nene like
almost
hooked on phonics. Mind you, she said that you know,
Right.
in the camera by herself. But she said she's reading her
But-
like hooked on phonics.
But you know what? It was
So-
like the hero come to town for the girls in school that's being picked on. You know when you're in school,
Yes, it
junior
really was
high
much
school,
like that.
and
Yep,
you
it
have
was
the
a-
bully,
mhm.
and then
Yep.
you're being picked
That's
on,
what
and
it
all of a
was.
sudden here comes
That's
that
what it
hero
was.
on that white
That's what it
horse,
was.
and Cynthia was so happy
Claudia
with
saved
her
the
face,
day.
and Kenya looked like, oh my God. Because you know what?
because she
You
knows
have
that's
to-
been happening to her.
Exactly.
She knew
And
what
you
time
have
it
to-
was.
But see,
Cla-
Claudia knows how to read without getting angry. And that's what I'm saying. Kenya, you know, when you do it to her, you just get angry sometime in store. Claudia is toe for toe. Go ahead. You want to say something else?
Because
Go
you know
ahead.
what?
And she's so
'Cause you know
calm.
what? Let me
She's
tell you
good.
something. You know
I
what?
love
I'm gonna give,
that
you know
about
what?
her.
You know what? I'm gonna give Claudia a new name now. I'm gonna give Claudia the name Superwoman. I'll tell you why. It may sound funny or cliche, but let me tell you something, honey. She's one of them, like, they stand there, she can take them pelts. You're
Right.
right. Kenya, they go after a while, she's like, ah, you know what I mean?
Right.
It hurts so much
Yeah.
that
She has
you
to
know what I mean?
run
Like
out
that
the
time
room.
she cries. Right, it hurts
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
And I understand
Yeah.
you have different people.
Right,
you know, it hurts
exactly.
so much.
Emotional.
But like
Some
Claudia
people-
stands there like, dun, 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 go ahead.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
They'll just bounce off.
Yeah.
Honey.
That's why
and
she said-
it ricocheted and went right back and blew up in
that's-
Nene's face.
Well, that's why she made the statement, like, listen
she did,
here.
You did your thing,
okay?
girlfriend. So
I may look like this, but don't you play no mess, honey. Okay? Don't make this, wonderful family that I come from fool you in this complexion, because I would read.
Look.
Okay?
Listen. Listen.
And most people make a lot of that mistakes with people. Sometimes they judge them. They see them. They come from a multiracial family, and they just think they're soft. Oh, mistake, big mistake, big mistake. Okay, and it goes and vice versa.
Ooh,
you know,
close it up. Close it up. Close it up.
And vice versa.
Nighttime.
You know,
Anyhow.
not meaning that you're chocolate, that you can be ghetto. So you see what I'm saying? These are like the pre-judgment things that people do to each other. But honey, wasn't that a hot scene? Girl, I was sitting on the edge of my bed watching it. I couldn't wait to come to you guys so we could give you the juice about it.
If nothing else, Demetria has learned that one, she has
allies.
Yes. Excellent. Oh, honey, you're coming up with the
she
words.
has allies.
Because I was going to say that. Honey, if I am stuck, listen, please put Claudia with me if I'm stuck in a ditch, honey. If I'm going to war, let her be there in the clincher with me, honey.
We would eat.
That's what I'm saying.
We would eat, but not the corn on her toes, though.
honey.
Not the corn on her toes. We would eat that, but we would eat. You know what I mean? Boy, I'm telling you, them corn boys, you can roast them. Claudia, I understand you're an athlete, and I understand sometimes the toes can get messed up a bit. But baby, oh my God! Did you ever see the movie Brother from Another Planet?
No.
He had some toes like that.
Remember in Boomerang, Eddie Murphy would do that.
Oh,
Eddie Murphy would pull it up. People would look and be like, honey,
he's like, you know what? I get turned on by toes. And Claudia, if you were in Boomerang, just even in Boomerang, oh my! I don't think he said I like her face. But I don't know. Can we do something about the toes?
Well, listen.
You know?
Think about that, honey. This girl been walking around with toes like that. So, Nene, Phaedra, all of that is.
So this is what I'm saying. She's a, she's a tough cookie. She's a tough cookie.
She's a tough cookie.
You know what I mean?
She's a
tough cookie.
Tough cookie with tough toes.
You know what I mean? But anyway,
anyhow,
we're going to say goodbye for now.
To be continued,
exactly.
honey. Next episode.
Yes.
Resume in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Boricua, morena, Boricua, morena, Boricua.
Okay. For now, I was talking. And I'm Andrea, and
I'm Capri.
Okay, this time I didn't get it wrong.
Good.
Wonderful evening.
See you
and
next
as
time.
we